Did you know 92% of the internet users watch video contents online? So nowadays, learning how to make videos is way more important than ever. In this video, I am going to share everything you need to know the bare minimum of videography in just 5 minutes. You don't need to have an expensive camera or lens, you can follow this even if you have a phone. After this video, you will be confident enough to switch to manual mode from auto. So without wasting time, let's start the video. Let's start with frame rate. Frame rate is measured with FPS or frames per second. For example, 24 FPS, 30 FPS, 60 FPS and 120 FPS. It means how many frames or images the video will show in 1 second. A video is basically a lot of frames playing together. Like 24 FPS means 24 images in 1 second. 24 FPS or 24 frames per second is the minimum and best for natural looking videos because our eye sees in 24 frames per second. If you increase it to 30 FPS or 60 FPS, it will look different to our eyes. Like news and sports are shot in 60 FPS, that's why they look different to our eyes. So try to shoot in 24 FPS. Like this video I'm shooting right now is in 24 FPS. Shutter speed in video is very easy to set. It depends on the FPS we choose earlier. Multiply the frames per second with 2, you will get your desired shutter speed. As you choose 24 FPS, your shutter speed will be 1/48 or 1/50, whichever is the nearest one. This is called the 180-degree rule of shutter. In videography, frame rate and shutter speed are almost fixed. We set it once and never touch it again, unless for some advanced stuff. But we are not gonna talk about them in this video because this video is for beginner stuff. So set the frame rate to 24 and shutter speed to 1/48. ISO is, in simple words, the brightness of the video. If you increase ISO, the video will be brighter. If you decrease ISO, the video will be darker. But you cannot just increase ISO if you want. If you increase ISO, if there is less light, it will add noise to your videos. Noise means your video will have this tiny little dust-like things floating around. So the lower the better rule you have to follow when choosing your ISO. Aperture is same as ISO. It also controls the brightness of the video, but not digitally. It opens up the blades inside the lens and lets light through the sensor. It is referred with an F number. The lower the F number is, the brighter the video will be. Like f1.8 is brighter than f2.8. Unlike ISO, it is opposite. For ISO, the bigger the number is, the brighter the video will be. But for aperture, the lower the number is, the brighter the video will be. There is another important thing this aperture controls, which is the background blur or bokeh. The lower the F number is, the blurrier the background will be. I know you love the creamy background blur, so keep your aperture as low as possible. Focal length is for lenses. This is the distance between the sensor to the lens tip. This information is useless. The only thing you need to know is the lower the number is, the wider your videos will be. The bigger the number is, the tighter your videos will be. That's why lenses less than 24mm are called wide lenses and more than 70mm are called long lenses, telephoto lenses or tight lenses. Your mobile phone camera also has a focal length. Do not mistake it for the megapixels. Generally, phone companies don't show this as a feature as most of the people don't care about this. For example, an iPhone with 3 cameras will have 12mm, 24mm and a 70mm focal length. But wait a minute, what about the focal length between 24 and 70mm? They are called normal focal length. The wide and the long lenses have a distorted look. They will change your facial features, but the normal lenses will look how our eyes see things. Like currently I'm shooting with a 24mm focal length. For this one, I think you have some ideas about. Generally, you have to know about 2 types of resolution, Full HD and 4K. Obviously, 4K is better than Full HD. This is basically the pixel count of the video. For example, Full HD means 1920 by 1080p, meaning it has horizontally 1920 pixels and vertically it has 1080 pixels. The more the better, so try to shoot in 4K if you have the option. So that's enough information for this video. I think I'm gonna make a part 2 of this video because there are so many things I wanted to discuss, but it will be a very long video. So stay tuned and consider subscribing if you want to see the next video. So let me know in the comment section if you have any confusion. See you in the next video. Peace. I'm a videographer and I'm on the verse, so when I shoot my shot, I don't miss. I'm gonna take the shot, take the shot.